So, going live, sitting, watching, thinking, thoughts, just simply what seems to be happening. Looking at the screen, listening, maybe, whatever, just this. Questions, maybe, answers, anything may happen. Saying hello or not saying hello. A thumb up. Maybe you want to say something. So, again, there's just this. Friday night, or maybe Friday morning, or Friday midday, sitting, watching, listening, standing, whatever may seems to be happening. Just this. Going live, words, sounds, emotions, thoughts. It's all just this, whatever seems to arise. Maybe questions will arise, or feelings, emotions, whatever. It's always just this. And this is not happening for you as a separate observer, nor is this happening by you as a doer. It's just simply spontaneously arising. It's kind of wild and free. Just pops up. Thinking this is controllable or not controllable is already uncontrollable. And believing this is happening or not happening is just simply happening as whatever seems to arise. There's no one behind the belief or behind the disbelief. And liking whatever seems to be happening or not is just as spontaneously as whatever which seems to happen. So it's just this. Sitting and watching to a screen, and words are coming out. There's no plan here. Nothing is planned. But there seemed to be a plan at the same time, going live. But there's already no one behind the plan. There's no one behind the decision to go live. And this may sound strange or weird or crazy or whatever. And that's just simply what seems to be happening. Thinking it's crazy or liking it. And it's always just this. And anything is this, and it's never something else. And thinking there's something else is this already. Or wanting something else is this already. Just simply what seems to be happening. And silence, may just happen. And wanting to say something but not knowing what to say, or not how you call this, maybe afraid of to say something or to write something, may just simply happen. The need to say something or the absence of that need is just simply arising or not. And it's all just this. And there's nothing wrong with anything or nothing. And thinking that this is wrong or this is right is just simply as spontaneously arising as whatever. Who's there? Well, that's a good question. Well, there seems to be Hans asking who is there. Well, that's just simply what seems to be happening. And the question who is there just simply arises. So the wondering who is there, it's just this already. Who is there? And there may be a sense or a belief that, well, I'm here. I feel I'm here. I believe I'm here. Or I know I'm here and you are there. Well, that's just simply what seems to be happening. And there's no one separated from that sense, feeling, or thought to know if this is happening or not happening. There's no you behind who is there. Who is there? The thought who is there, which is just words, just simply arose. Who is there? Well, who is there? There's no one there, and there seems to be someone there at the same time. But there's no knowing if there's someone here or not. And believing there's someone here or not is just simply arising. I love the question, Hans. Who is there? Well, yeah, who is there? Who knows? Who's asking the question? Was there a decision to ask this question? And the decision to ask this question may just suddenly arise. I am going to ask who is there. Maybe feels like a good question, or it sounds like a good question, and that just simply came. Asking who is there. It's me. Well, it's beautiful, Hans. Nice. Nice to see you. Well, yeah, it's you. So, yeah, anything may happen. And liking the answer or not liking the answer or thinking it's total bullshit may just simply happen. And there's no one separated from the answer or the question doing the liking or the not liking. The liking is just spontaneously arising. There's not, I'm going to like the answer which Sander's going to give. Liking it or not liking it happens spontaneously. And there's no control. But controlling may happen. Controlling may just simply happen, but there's no one behind the control doing it or not doing it. It's just simply what seems to be happening. A heart, a smiley. Yeah, just this. Just sitting, watching a screen, seeing a dude there. It's just simply what seems to be happening on a Friday night or a Friday day, a Friday midday or a morning somewhere, nowhere. There's no way of knowing what this is. And at the same time, this is just simply sitting and talking and listening and whatever which seems to arise. And there's no one separated from the feelings or from the thoughts, doing the feelings or the thoughts. Just boom, they come or not. Liking come, not liking will come swiftly. It's wild and free and innocence. So if there's a need for questions or just whatever comes up, there's nothing wrong. No questions are wrong. Even if it comes up, what is this total bullshit? That's just simply what seems to come up. There's no one here thinking that is bad or whatever. There's no judgment, so it's just simply what arises. And anything can arise, finding it a waste of time or thinking it's nice to sit here and talk and listen. Anything may just arise. So feel free to just scream in the questions or do something or nothing. It's all just this. So wondering who is watching this. It's just simply arising. And the wondering is not my wondering. It just simply comes wondering who is there, who is watching this. And it's unstoppable. Wondering or whatever, searching, seeking, longing, needing, it all just simply, spontaneously arise. And there's no one separated from the wandering, longing, wanting to know, needing something to stop it. And it may just simply stop. Searching for a way out or for freedom or for something better may just simply stop. It may just simply drop. And there's already no you separated from the searching, from the longing, or from the wandering, able to stop it or to do it. And it's the same with feeling like a me. Feeling like a me or feeling not like a me may just simply happen. And there's nothing wrong. And there's no one doing the feeling of a me. It's just simply what arises. And the suggestion that it may stop is just simply what seems to arise. And anything may happen. Searching may stop, the sense of me may stop, or it may increase. Just simply what seems to happen. As is this. Talking, watching, breathing, sitting. It's always just this. And suggesting that it's just this is this already. So Friday night or Friday morning, does Sander enjoy going out into nature? Well, yeah, enjoying going out into nature is what seems to be happening. Yeah, the joy for nature and for going out is what seems to be the case. Yeah, and there's already no one behind the joy. behind the joy of going out and going out with the dogs and sledding and enjoying nature is what seems to be happening, yes, beautifully. And there's no plan of liking to go out and enjoy nature. It just suddenly arose, liking to go out in nature, and anything may happen. This longing and this liking may just suddenly stop. It may suddenly shift, or it may increase. The need to go out in nature may just increase. Like I want to be there the whole time. And it's just unknowable and it's uncontrollable. And it plays freely. Liking to go out into nature or liking to sit in a room and do nothing, liking to sit and play tennis or play football or go to meetings or do yoga or whatever, like to watch TV or Netflix, is just simply what seems to be happening. Yes, it's beautiful. And it plays out as it plays out. It's just how it seems to play out in a certain type of unique way. And these things may just simply change quickly, or they will stay. Who knows? There's no one behind the liking or the not liking. Here's not liking for watching car races. It's not seemingly not happening here. It's just simply not arising. Just simply how it plays out. And liking and not liking, or sometimes, is just freely playing. But yeah, Sander does enjoy going out. Does the body have needs? Well, yeah, it seems like that. The need for food, the need for nourishment, or the need for. Well, yeah, you can say the body has all types of needs, yes. It's just simply how it seems to be, and there's no one separated from those needs, and you can call it the needs of the body or the needs of this or whatever to know what it is, but there seems to be needs. The body seems to have needs, yes. What is the meaning and purpose of life? Well, meaning and purpose, I mean, there's no one having a life, there's just life. That's just life. And but meaning and no meaning may just simply arise. Finding this meaningful, sitting and listening to a guy, may just simply happen. And there's no one behind the meaning or behind the finding it meaningful or not meaningful. It just simply arises. There's no you doing anything. But finding it meaningful or not just simply happens. It just plays out, and we can call this life or this or consciousness or energy or whatever name you want to give it. And it plays freely. So finding meaning or not meaning is just simply what seems to be happening. But there's no one behind the finding it meaningful or not. That's just life. That's just this. And you can call this boundless energy, you can call this life, you can call this consciousness, awareness, or you can call this me or whatever. It's just pointing to this, just simply what seems to be happening or not. Just this. Sitting. And finding this meaningful or not plays freely, as is liking this or not liking this. I know a consciousness teacher who says the body has no needs. Needs are a thought. Crazy, isn't it? Well, yeah, in a way it sounds, it's funny because who knows that the body has no needs or that the body has needs and that it's all a thought. In a way, saying that needs are just a thought is just another thought arising, right? Saying, well, needs are just a thought is just another thought spontaneously arising, or an assumption which just simply arises, or a conclusion which just simply happens. That is all a thought, and that's just another thought. And what's a thought? What is a thought? And at the same time, a thought is just a thought. It's our letters, it's a concept, it's a word, it's a label, it's a story. And that again is just another story, thoughts, labels, concepts, suddenly, spontaneously arising. And there's no one separated from the suggestion that the needs are just thoughts to know, that. Just a suggesting arising, it's all just thoughts. And anything may arise, and any conclusion or assumption may just simply arise. And there's no one separated from whatever seems to happen, thoughts, needs, conclusions, assumptions, to know if or if not. Now, yes, there seems to be needs. That's just simply what seems to be happening. The need for food, the need for water, and saying there are no needs or it's all just needless is also just simply what seems to arise. And there's nothing wrong with thinking it's all just thoughts, because there's no one behind the thoughts doing that already. It just plays out that way. It's totally free. It's so free that even free is not enough. It's just wild and free. And even that, saying it's not enough and it's just wild and free, is just simply coming up. There's no one behind the suggestion that it's just simply free. Just what comes out. And then maybe you're resonating or not with this. Yeah, well, it's crazy, Hans. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's crazy, and it's. I mean, finding it's crazy or not crazy, is already uncontrollable, and there's nothing wrong with finding it crazy or not finding it crazy. It's just simply what seems to happen. Somebody saying, "I know consciousness. I know." Wait again. The body has no needs. Needs are just thoughts. Well, that's just simply coming up, right? There's no one behind that suggestion. It's totally empty. And the finding it crazy is as empty as the suggestion. And it's beautiful. So it's all just innocent. It's all just boundless innocence. There's no one behind anything. There's no one behind suggestions, thoughts. And even that is just a suggestion. There's no one knowing that already. I mean, this is not the knowing. This is pointing out that there's nothing to know. A thumb up from Hans. This is just a suggestion that there is no one to know. And yes, there is knowing. Of course, you cannot deny that you know how to put on your shoes. And at the same time, it's just putting on shoes and putting food in your mouth. Is just simply what seems to be happening. But there's no one separated from that action to know if or if not. Just simply this. What seems to arise, putting on shoes, putting food in the mouth. There's no hidden you behind it, doing it or not doing it. And the seeing is also just simply, or the recognition of putting on shoes is just simply arising. There's no one behind the seeing of the putting on the shoes. As a separated you, hidden, seeing it. As a separated you, doing it. It's just this. And thinking, it's not this, it's this also. And thinking there is something hidden, is this also. And feeling that there's something more, is this also. It's always just this. And feeling that there's more than this, is this already. And hoping to get this one day, is this already. And there's no one behind the hope. And there may be a sense, well, I'm starting to get this. I'm really starting to get where it's pointing at. And that's this already. This sense or feeling or thought, well, I'm close, I'm getting it. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And just simply rising. And there's no one behind that feeling or sense able to get it because there's no separation. Eyes opening, a thought seemed to happen. And there's no one 5 minutes before eyes are opening in the morning who is saying, well, in 5 minutes, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to open my eyes, and I'm going to feel in a particular way. No. Eyes opening and the story starts. Thoughts or not. And the seeing of that, or the recognition of that, is also just simply what seems to be happening. In the sense that it's happening by me or for me, is just simply arising. And there's no escape. Crying may happen. Feeling good may happen. Feeling or thinking that all this is helpful or not helpful is just simply arising. And there's no one behind that feeling. But the feeling may just arise. And the conclusion that is helpful because I'm watching and I'm looking at this is just an assumption. And this, whatever seems to be happening, is not the result of something else. So this sudden sense of, well, this is helpful, and the conclusion, because I am closer, are not two separate things. This, whatever seems to be happening or not, is not the consequence of something which is not already this. Hey, Christian, nice to see you. So it's always just this. And with this, I mean whatever ever seems or not seems to be happening. And there's no you and this. And thinking there's you and this is this already. Why am I not happy? Why am I suffering? Well, suffering and not feeling happy may just simply arise. Feeling not happy. And thinking that there's a you or there's no you, or feeling that it's me who is not happy or who is suffering, is just simply spontaneously and innocently appearing to happen. And the question, why am I not happy, is just simply arising. And this may just simply change. Happiness may come. And thinking, I'm happy, or I'm not happy, is just simply happening. Simply what seems to be happening. And trying to become more happy or trying to be not depressed or wanting not to be depressed or longing to be happy is just simply arising, as is, why am I not happy? That question just simply came up, and the feeling of happiness or sadness is as innocently arising as the question. There's no one behind the feeling happy or sad. Feeling happy or not happy has nothing to do with you. It's just this. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And thinking or feeling it has to do with you and it's me is as simply and innocently appearing to happen. And hoping or believing that there's a way from not being happy to being happy is just simply what seems to be happening. Happiness is not the state to be reached. And there's already not you in a state of not being happy, able to become happy. There's no one already in any type of state, not in a state of sadness or depression, nor in a state of happiness. But there's happiness, and there's sadness, and there's depression, and there's all that. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And thinking, feeling, and assuming it's about me, I'm not happy, and I'm depressed, and that conclusion is just simply arising. And there's no stopping of that. There's no stopping of the thought or the question, why am I not happy? Because there's already no you asking the question. There's already no you doing the thought. There's already no you doing the feeling. So there's no escape. There's no escaping this. And with this, I mean whatever seems to be happening, feeling happy or feeling sad, feeling depressed or feeling nothing. There's no escape because there's no you and this. There's no you doing this. And it may feel like that, and it may seem like that, and there may be a belief it is. Well, that's just simply what seems to be happening. And depression may just suddenly stop, swiftly. Sitting on the couch, doing nothing, and feeling happy may just simply arise for no reason. Waking up in the morning and feeling sad, depressed may just simply, spontaneously, and innocently appear to happen for no reason and for many apparent reasons. Because giving it meaning and reason, or finding reasons for happiness or sadness, is just simply what seems to be happening. I am sad because blah, 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 blah. It's just simply what seems to be happening. Are you awakened, realized, enlightened, or liberated? Well, no, 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 no. No, there's no one awake or asleep already. There's no one realized or not realized or enlightened or liberated. No, no, no. No, there's no one already. There's no one in any state of realization or enlightenment or liberation, or the opposite. There's no one not enlightened or liberated. There's just simply whatever seems to be happening. And making an assumption or asking the question, are you enlightened or realized, is just simply what seems to be happening. There's no one here in a state and someone there in another state. There's just whatever seems to be happening. And thinking someone has made it is just simply what seems to be happening. But there's no one here who made it somewhere else. There's no one here already in any type of state, and there's no one there as a separate you being in a different state. There's no one already in any state. And enlightenment is just, what's enlightenment? It's just a concept, a story, an idea, a label of a certain type of situation or of happiness or having reached something. And those ideas that there is a way to enlightenment, or suggesting that there is a way, or teachings which are telling you there's a way for you to get enlightened, it's just simply what seems to be happening. And there's no one behind that teaching. There's just a suggestion. And there are no teachers and there are no followers. And liking the idea that there's a you who can become something is just simply what seems to be happening. And there's no way of stopping this. Believing that there's enlightenment, or thinking that there's enlightenment or realization, or that there are characters who are realized, is just simply what seems to be happening. But there's already no one in any state. There's just this. And whatever is happening, you can call it this, you can call it awareness, consciousness, life, or just this, or boundless cookies, or energy. It's just simply this. Is pointing out to the direct experience. Just this: sitting, watching, writing, thinking, emotions, thoughts, sense perceptions. It's just this. And this has nothing to do with you. And there's no you as a separated seer, observer of this, or doer of this. So no, there's no one awakened and there's no one realized or enlightened. No. Sorry. It's just this. And there's nothing wrong with thinking or believing or saying there's a way out. Already is. Hadar. Hey Hadar, nice to see you. Was a beautiful talk yesterday. For anyone watching, there was a beautiful talk yesterday with Hadar, me and Rosa, and it's on the channel, so beautiful story. So check it out. So yeah, and there's completely nothing wrong with the suggestion or the idea or the belief that there is a way to get free, to be free, that there's light in the end of the tunnel. Just simply what seems to arise, and resonating with the idea that there's a way to become free is uncontrollable. And maybe things will be done to become free. And there's already no one behind the doing. There's no one behind the liking of a teacher. And there's no one teaching anything. That's just a suggestion. I tell you how you can become free. Simply what seems to be happening. And then maybe resonating with this. Well, yeah, wow, this sounds very good. I like it. Please tell me. Because you seem to be free. You seem to be with joy and love and all that. And I want that also. It's just simply what seems to be happening. So maybe following a guru, so to say, may happen for some time. Anything may happen. And suddenly, maybe one day, it will stop. Maybe thoughts are rising, well, this is total bullshit. You're lying. This is total crap. There's no one here to become free, and you're just full of shit. What seems to be happening? There's no one behind that already. There's no one behind it suddenly stopping to like it or to not like it or to love it. Just simply what seems to arise. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with anything. Following a guru, not following a guru, going to Zoom meetings every day, listening to non-duality or radical non-duality, or watching tennis. It's all just simply this. And the liking to watch tennis more, or to follow a guru, or to hear stories about enlightenment, is just simply what seems to be happening. And this may change. Suddenly. Can change today, in a second. And maybe the liking for stories about enlightenment will increase. It will increase, and maybe all types of things will be done to reach a state of freedom. And that's it too. That's it too. It's always just this. And there's nothing wrong with whatever seems to be happening. Watching tennis, loving a guru, or hating gurus, or sometimes, or never, is just simply this. It's very sad. I don't know what to do. Well, knowing what to do and not knowing what to do and thinking that it's sad is just this. It's just simply what seems to be happening. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And it's sad that I don't know what to do. It's just this. And suddenly, maybe in 5 minutes, you know what to do or not. And maybe somebody will come with the suggestion, well, you can try this, or you can do this, or you can do that. And maybe there's a resonating with one of the suggestions. There's no suggestion here what to do. To escape the idea of I don't know what to do. There's no suggestion here. It's just simply what seems to arise. And there's no need to escape it because it's just simply this. And there's no even a possibility to escape I don't know what to do because there's already no you not knowing what to do or what to do or thinking it's sad or not. It's just simply arising. And suddenly I know what to do and I feel better. And it's not sad. They just suddenly come, knowing what to do. So anything may just simply happen. Knowing what to do, not knowing what to do, sometimes knowing what to do, never know what to do, thinking that's sad, or the absence of those types of thoughts or feelings just simply happens. And thinking that it's bad, that I feel sad, and I don't know what to do, and it's crazy, is just simply what seems to be happening. As is this. But was he sad like this before understanding? But was he sad like this before understanding? Well, there is no before and after understanding. There's no understanding. This is not a type of understanding. I mean, this has nothing to do with understanding. Understanding something or nothing is just simply what seems to be happening. It's just a concept. Understanding what is understanding. But at the same time, understanding is just understanding how to put on your shoes, just understanding. But there's no one separated from the understanding of how to put on your shoes to know what it is and if it is. It's just this. So understanding, there's no before and after, it's always just this. Before and after gives the suggestion that there is something before which changed into something else, but there's already always just this. Before is this and after is this also. There's no before and after, it's always just this. Does it does it have to do with him being sad? Well, there's already no one being sad. There's just sadness. And thinking, I am sad, or the absence of that feeling or thought that it's about me is just simply what seems to be happening. There's nobody feeling sad or not feeling sad. Sadness or not feeling sad just arises, as is the idea that it's about me. or the sense, it's about me. I'm feeling sad. I feel that. It's me. Just simply what seems to arise. And this feeling of a me, there's no one behind it. Or the not feeling like a me, there's no one not feeling like a me or feeling like a me already. There's just feeling like a me or thinking it's me or not thinking that. So sadness may just simply rise. And the idea that there's a type of state where sadness never arises anymore is just another idea. There's already no one doing anything or not doing anything, including feeling sad, being sad, or wanting to escape sadness. Nothing needs to happen. There's already no you there to fall away or to get rid of. There's just this. Whatever ever seems to rise, sadness, happiness, and it has nothing to do with you. There's no one behind it. There's no one doing the sadness, so there's always also no one able to get rid of the sadness. The questions are already this. No one asking the question. Yes, Hadar. The questions are already this. Just simply what seems to be happening. Asking questions. It's just this. It's always just this. And there's no one behind the questions. There's no one behind the sadness. There's no one behind the answers. There's no one behind the feeling or behind the suggestion. It's just this. Questions, answers, emotions, assumptions, conclusions. It's always just this. As is this. As is the suggestion that it's just this, is this already. If there is no one, then what am I? I have a sense that I am. Well, the sense of I am is just simply rising. The sense of I am, or the absence of that sense, is just simply this. And there's nothing wrong with the sense of I am. There's no one doing that sense already, and it does not need to change. Feeling I am or not feeling I am, or sometimes or never, is this already. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And there's totally nothing wrong with feeling I am here or not. It's just simply this, feeling I am, or the absence of that sense, or sometimes. And there may be a thought arising, I have to get rid of that sense. Okay, but concretely, what to do to be happy? Well, there is no you already being sad, able to be happy. There's nothing to do. Happiness may come. Being sad is this. Being sad is just simply what seems to be happening. There's no you already being sad. And the question, what to do to become happy, is just simply arising. And happiness may just simply come. And thinking or believing that it's about something or that it's because of something else which is not this already is just simply arising. You are happy because da 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 da. And I want to know da 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 so I can also be happy. That's just simply what seems to be happening. but there's already not you in a state of sadness. And happiness may come or not. Sadness may increase. It's just simply this. Being sad is this already. And there's no you doing the sadness. There's no you doing the happiness. And there's no you in a state of sadness able to move to another state of happiness by doing da 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 da. And everything may happen. Doing things and feeling happy and thinking it's because of the doing of the things is just an assumption which seems to be happening. And there's already no you doing or not doing anything already. Walking out in nature, doing yoga is just simply what seems to be happening. And happiness may arise. And thinking it's because of the yoga or because of the walk in the park or because of buying milk or whatever. Conclusions, assumptions are just simply appearing to be made, and there's already no you behind that. There's no way out of sadness because there's no separated you from sadness doing the sadness, able to stop it. That's just this, feeling sad. And thinking that feeling sad is very bad is this already. And longing for happiness is just this. And hoping for the sadness to go away is this. And trying anything to get rid of the sadness is this. And no one is trying and no one is doing that. It's just simply what seems to be happening spontaneously, innocently, and effortlessly. Do you prefer to stay in a very control of your emotions? Well, no. No, there's already no one controlling anything. Emotions, anything may happen. There's no you able to control your emotion because there's already no you doing your emotions. There's no you waking up in the morning and doing sadness or happiness. There's no you controlling anything. Control may happen. Trying to be happy or not to be sad is just simply what seems to be happening. And there's no you behind the controlling to hold your emotions in a certain way or to be happy the whole time. There's already no you doing that. But controlling may just simply arise. And thinking I'm in control or not is already uncontrollable. Does it bother you when you can't feel yourself overly in an emotion? Does it bother you when you can feel yourself? Well, I don't know exactly what you mean. Does it bother you when you can feel yourself? Well, nobody's feeling him or herself. Feeling yourself or not feeling yourself, there's no one feeling himself. There's just feeling. And saying, I feel myself, or I know myself, or I like myself, or I love myself is just simply what seems to be happening. I'm thinking that's me, or it's about me. No one is doing that. I didn't say you could. Okay. Just ask if you prefer to. Overlay an emotion. Well, like do you mean that you want to change an emotion, overlay an emotion? Well, you have a very steady demeanor. Well, yeah, anything may like or may seems to be in a certain way, that this is just a steady demeanor or whatever. That's just simply what seems to be happening. That's, in a way, it's just simply how it plays here, you know? Being steady or having these types of ideas or suggestions, and they are very strict and direct or whatever you want to call it, is just simply what seems to be happening. There's already no one behind any steadiness, behind steady emotions or behind a steady suggestions. It's just simply how it plays out. There's already no one doing this, whatever it is, being steady or being not steady or suggesting the same thing. It's just simply what seems to be happening. And it's free for anything to appear as it appears, no center to it. Everything to it, everything. The talker is already it appearing as a talker. Yes, it's always just this. And it may appear as anything, but it's never something else. It's always just this. It's always just this. Just simply whatever seems to arise. And it's all empty, and no one is doing it. And this is not happening for nobody. Well, just this is just pointing to this, whatever seems or not seems to be happening. Sitting, talking, breathing, watching, words, suggestions, thoughts, emotions, just this. It's pointing to this. Just whatever comes up or not. And you can call this life or energy or love or whatever fancy name you want to give it, awareness, consciousness, just this. This is just pointing. What is just this is just this. What is just this is just this. The question, what is just this, is this. Asking a question. Asking questions, answers, liking, not liking is just this. That's what seems to be happening. This. Silence is just this. So sitting, watching, smiling. It's just this. And thinking this is great is this. And asking what you mean with this is this. It seems you have a lot of just is ways of speaking about things outside typical Earth. Well, yeah, it may seem like it is like that, yes. And there's no one behind that suggestion or assumptions that it seems like you have a lot of just this ways of speaking about things outside typical Earth. Yeah, it seems like that. And liking that or not liking that, or sometimes, or resonating with that or not, just simply what seems to be happening. And it's uncontrollable. Would you like to say something about consciousness? Well, consciousness is just a way of knowing. I'm conscious, I'm aware, and it never happens. It happens and it happens not at the same time. There's no one being conscious or not being conscious. There's just, in a way, there's just consciousness, knowing, being conscious, but there's no one behind it. There's no one behind the knowing or behind the not knowing. It's all empty. And in a way, consciousness is just a concept. It's just a word. It's just a label. It's just a story. The story about consciousness. It's just a thought. And that again are just labels, words, stories, letters, sounds. And there's no one separated from it to know what it is. We can say this is just consciousness. And some seem to say all there is just consciousness. And in a way, it's just this. With consciousness, they're just pointing to this. You can call this consciousness, or you can call this life, or you can call this awareness, or it's all just energy. And it's all just pointing to this. And there's no one being conscious or unconscious. I am conscious never happens. It may seem like that. I know I'm conscious and I'm aware, but this is simply what seems to be happening. There's not two. There's not a this and a you who is conscious about this. There's no separation. There's no you and this. There's just this. Are you really happy? Well, no. Happiness or sadness have nothing to do with me. I'm not happy, nor I'm sad. But happiness may arise. Happiness may arise. Going out, play with my dogs, happiness may arise. Sadness may arise. But there's no one being happy, really happy, or not really happy. There's just no one being happy, or not being happy, or being sad, or not being sad. There's no one in a state of happiness or sadness. There's just happiness. Boom, happy. Or sadness. But there's no one being happy or not being happy, but feeling I am happy. It's me, I'm feeling that, I'm feeling happy, may just simply happen. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the feeling of I'm happy. Just simply what seems to be happening. As the absence of that sense of I am feeling happy. Just simply arise. And thinking I am or I'm not or sometimes is just what's happening. So are you really happy? Well, no. Neither am I sad or not happy. But happiness may happen. Sadness, irritation. Irritation may just simply happen. Just is. Just is. Happiness, sadness, irritation, frustration, anger, longing, not longing, needing, wanting, not wanting, neediness. Everything may just simply happen. There's no one being happy or sad. What to do when I'm very sick and happiness is not arising ever? Well, the idea that this will happen, and anything can happen. And the question just arises, what to do when this and this and that happened? What to do? Well, there's no way of knowing. There's no way of knowing what to do. What to do when this and that? Well, anything may happen. Anything may happen. Feeling sick, being sick, and the happiness is not arising may just simply happen. And anything may happen. Seeking help for sickness may happen. Seeking help to change depression into happiness may happen. Anything may happen. Seeking help or not. Who knows? So, in reference to us listening to anyone who claimed themselves to be know nothing yet inexplicable, seeming to be teaching multiple people who were supposed to assume this same vacancy as he seemed. No, no, no. This is not the teaching. There's no way. This is not the teaching. This is nothing. It has nothing to do that this needs to be seen. This is just simply how it plays. This is just simply how it plays. And there's no me here longing for anyone to believe this. This is simply how it plays. And the idea that this is something which is longed for or which is better maybe can happen or not. I'd rather keep living the type of life with fun and believing in myself. Well, beautiful. Yes. There's already no one doing that already. I rather Keep living the type of life with fun and believing in myself. Well, beautiful. That's just simply how it plays there then. Nothing wrong. It's just simply how it plays. Just this. And the idea that there's no fun here, simply what seems to be happening. Assuming that there's more fun to believe in yourself and to have fun than to say there's no one. It's just simply a suggestion. This is just simply what seems to be happening. And then it's heard as it hurts, and maybe there's conclusions or assumptions. That's just simply what seems to be happening then. And there's no one here saying, well, this is better. No, it's just simply how it plays out. Just this. Pretending may happen. Pretending may happen. Anything may happen. There's already no one doing the pretending. There's no one pretending anything already, but pretending may happen. Pretending is this, just this. It's always just this. Because seeing life go by and having no explanation for them because it just seems to, we have nothing figured out. Well, that's it. That's it. Thinking there's something to figure out, something to get, something needs to be done in this life or not, is just simply arising. The need to figure something out, to get something out of this life, or the absence of the need to figure it out or to get something out of this life, is just this. Just plays out in that way. And thinking one is better than the other is this also. It's better to figure out your life and have fun and do all kinds of things. It's just simply how it plays out. It's beautiful. It's perfection. No matter how it plays, how it seems, how it feels, how it arises, it's always perfect. There's nothing wrong with anything. And even thinking that is wrong or right is already just this. So having fun is this. Trying to figure out this is this. The need to figure something out is this. The absence of the need to figure out is this. It's always just this. And liking this or loving this is this. And resonating with this or not, or thinking it's total crap and bullshit, it's just this. And it's perfect. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. It doesn't matter how it plays, how it seems to arise, so to say, it's always perfect. Going up every day and having fun, going to work or not, or having needs or not needs, or wanting to help or not to help, or making music or not liking music, or playing pool or going to meetings, it's just beautiful. It's just how it plays. That's the freedom. And thinking or feeling that it should be in a certain way has nothing to do with freedom. This plays freely. It plays freely. This is boundless freedom for no one to be free or to not be free already. This is wild and crazy. Liking jumping off a cliff, or liking to go with dogs, or sitting and going to Zoom meetings, or playing billiard, or making music, or listening to music is just this, just how it plays. And anything can happen. Anything can happen. A sudden change, a sudden need to figure it out to do something else. Is this already? Who knows what's next? Who knows what's next? It's always just this, sitting on the toilet, watching a movie, making music, liking it, not liking it, loving it, hating it. It's just this. So, suffering of people who did nothing wrong is perfection. How so? Well, yeah, it just plays out that way, suffering. And the thinking that it's crazy that they suffer because there's no wrongdoing. There's already no one doing anything wrong, and suffering may arise. And thinking that it's perfect that people are suffering is not what is meant. I'm not saying suffering, it has nothing to do with the person. This has nothing to do with the person, just simply how it plays out. And this plays in many, 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 many ways. It plays in suffering. Suffering is this. Loving it is this. Liking it is this. It's always just this, no matter what it plays. That's the perfection. That's the beauty. And liking it or not liking it, or thinking it's crazy, is this also. It just plays freely. It just plays freely. The liking it or not liking it is perfect. And doing something wrong or thinking it's wrong is just simply what arises. I think this is wrong, and there is wrongness. There are things which are wrong in life, it's just simply arising, and there's nothing wrong with thinking something is wrong or not. There's nothing wrong. Even the thinking it's wrong or right is just beautifully appearing to happen. Thinking it's wrong to eat meat or not, or sometimes it's just simply what seems to be happening. It plays out that way. And it's perfect. And thinking that is wrong or not is as innocently arising as whatever. Just simply how it plays. And liking that or not liking that is freedom. Just this. If I'm not if I'm no one, then no matter what I think or do, I'm a lie. Well, no matter what I do or think, what I think or do, I'm a lie. Well, that's just simply an assumption, yeah, that you are a lie. No matter what you do or not do. It's funny, right? That's an assumption. It's beautiful. It's just a conclusion. It just arises. Just simply arises. There's no one behind the assumption. It's nice. I love it. I love it. We are already playing this game of simulation. Well, we can say there's just a game. This is just a game, but there is no one playing the game. It's just a game playing itself, so to say. This is just a game playing itself, and there's no one playing it. And feeling that I'm playing it or thinking that I'm playing it is just the play itself, appearing as a you playing it, as a you feeling it, as a you doing it, which is the play itself. It's playing as a sense of you doing it, or it's playing as the absence of you doing it. It just plays freely, just is. It sounds like nothing matters what I do or not do. Well, there's already no you doing anything. And it sounds, well, that's just how it sounds. It sounds like it doesn't matter. But there's already no you doing the mattering or not mattering or the finding it meaningful or meaningless. So it's heard as it hurts. This is heard as well. It sounds like nothing matters what I do. Well, that's just simply what seems to happen there then. Coming up, that conclusion. It sounds like this, or it sounds like that, or it sounds like boring, or it sounds like terrible. Well, that's just simply how it plays there. And there's no one behind the hearing. That's just how it is heard. There's nothing wrong with that. And does it matter what I do? That it matter what I do or not? Or sometimes it's just playing freely. And maybe it will sound differently. It can it can suddenly sound completely something else. There's already no one behind the hearing or behind the making an assumption or behind the conclusion it sounds like this or it sounds like that. This cannot be heard. There's no you already hearing this. And there's no you making this into another thing. It's just this. And making it into something or a teaching or not, or liking this or hearing this in a certain way or not, it's just this already. So Rosa joined the show. Rosaline Chen. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Oh, it's all just this. This whole conversation is just simply what seems to be happening. Thoughts, meanings, discussions, arguing, answers, questions. It's all just simply arises. There's no one behind any answer or behind any question. It just arises naturally. Questions, answers. And the liking of the questions or the disliking or the questioning the questions or the answers is just this already. Just plays freely. And there was no one deciding to say or to not say something or to say nothing. Just simply rose. And liking this or not liking this, or partly liking this or thinking it's total bullshit, is just beautifully happening. Innocently. Because there's no one behind The thinking, well, this is great. The thought, this is great, or the sense, this is great, or this is bullshit, just boom, arises. Just arises. As is this, all these questions, letters, and all the answers here and all that. I'm thinking, well, this was meaningful tonight. 1 hour, 36 minutes sitting, thinking, well, this was meaningful, or this was just a waste of time. It's just beautiful. It's perfection. It's just unknown perfection. Just plays out that way. And maybe thoughts arise, well, I never ever going to listen to this shit again. I don't like what this guy is saying. Well, that's beautiful. And I don't ask anyone to like this or not to like this. It's simply this. And maybe there will arise an idea, well, maybe next time I will come again. Who knows? Who knows? No one knows. Maybe there's football on TV. Sounds more interesting. Well, that's just simply what seems to be happening. There's no choice in that. But practically, if you see someone hurting someone, should you do practically, if you see someone hurting someone, I should not do anything because it just appears like this. No, 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 no. This is not an approach. This is not an approach. This is not a fuck humanity attitude. No. But it maybe is heard as that. When two are fighting, this is not you don't have to do anything. There's already not you controlling the doing or the not doing. So when there's someone fighting or someone hurting each other, anything may happen. Helping one or calling the police may just simply happen. This is not a suggestion that you should not do anything and that's meaningless. It's maybe heard as that. There's already no you doing or not doing anything and helping and trying to prevent the fight or to call the police or to try to kick the other guys in the balls is just simply what seems to be happening or not. No one knows that. No one knows what is going to be done when there's a fight. Maybe running away may happen. Maybe calling the police may happen. Maybe being afraid may happen. Maybe being a hero may happen. Anything may happen. This is not about doing nothing. This is pointing out that there's just simply whatever seems to be happening. And there's no one already doing that or not doing that. It just simply plays out. Helping someone in need is just simply playing out that way. Or not wanting to help. Cleaning a beach or saving the earth or liking to save the earth or the absence of such needs are just playing freely. And the one is not better than the other, and thinking that the one is better than the other is just simply what seems to be happening. Just plays freely. Helping may happen. Helping may happen. Not helping may happen. Helping sometimes may happen. Just spontaneously, this is wild and free. There's no one knowing what will be done next. It's just this. Well, thank you, Max. Always a pleasure to see you and to interact. Beautiful. You should not be a hero, sir. Well, there's no choice in being a hero or not. There's no choice in being a hero or not. Trying to help someone And there's no one already a hero or no hero. There's no one being a hero or no hero. Helping may just simply happens. Stopping a fight, trying to stop a fight, is just simply what seems to be happening. And people calling you a hero or thinking you are an idiot, that you help someone, is just as spontaneously appearing to happen as being a hero or not. Just this. Call the cops and get help that way. Well, there's no way of knowing what to do. Maybe the cops are going to be called, maybe not. Maybe there's help, maybe there's running away, maybe there's afraidness, being afraid of what will happen if I try to help. Anything may happen. Freezing may happen. Running may happen. Helping may happen. There's no way of knowing. Just always this. Whatever seems to happen. So you guys, this was it for tonight. And yeah, thank you all for joining. Just this. Questions, answers, just simply what seems to be happening. Have a beautiful night. And maybe to the next time, or not. Who knows? Maybe there's football on the TV and that's more interesting. There's no choice in that. Okay, you guys, love you. Have a good night.